Star Wars The Rise, writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, which prequels and the originals by director J.J. Abrams, in order to really deliver a new Awakens and how J.J. wants to make this, by far the darkest Star Wars film out of the entire Skywalker saga. Now, on top of all this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9, involving Palpatine's New Order in this movie. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be inside of Palpatine's throne room, where it's explained that Palpatine is said to be reading Rey's mind, while keeping her in a force-freeze state where Palpatine is described to try and obtain Rey's knowledge related to the hidden star system in the unknown regions, that holds an entire population of Force sensitives, with the potential to become new Jedi. It's described that Palpatine and his new Sith Empire have been planning for the destruction of the star system, and that Palpatine even has plans for a clone army to wipe out the planets along with his annihilators, where it's described that Palpatine is able to discover the star system location, where he is said to explain to Rey and Kylo Ren about his new Order 66. It's described that Palpatine reveals to Rey and Kylo Ren that just as he initiated Order 66 with the clone protocol during Episode 3, Revenge, developing clones that would invade this star system after his annihilators wipe out the surface of the planet one by one, and to scatter across the worlds where his clones would destroy any survivors, and that this Star Destroyer and many different Star Destroyers would prevent anyone to escape. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, the thing that's great about this is that it really seems like that J.J. Abrams was using foreshadowing all along in The Force Awakens. You guys may recall that General Hux tells Kylo Ren maybe you should consider developing a clone army, and Kylo Ren refuses to do so. And that was a little subtle hint about what was to come in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, or at least what Palpatine has planned for, of course, during the events of The Rise of Skywalker. You can see that that was a little piece of foreshadowing there. Now in Episode 9, it's described that Palpatine has a new Order 66, quote-unquote, that's actually dubbed as Order 79, that's going to wipe out this entire star system, that is actually going to hold the entire population of a new generation of Jedi, or Force sensitives, if you will, that have the potential to become a new generation of Jedi. And this is, of course, Palpatine's failsafe, right, in order to truly conquer the galaxy once and for all, with no chance of defeat at any point in time in the future, and that Palpatine also discovered a way to eternal life by using a new power called the Force Conduit that's going to be used between himself, Rey, and Kylo Ren. Now, what's really great about this is that this is J.J. Abrams going back to the prequels and kind of doing something a little bit more or less the same, I guess, but doing something different, where I guess you could say that, yes, these are going to be brand new clones. They're obviously not going to be like the clone troopers that we saw in the prequel trilogy, but these are clones that Palpatine has planned. It's still unclear on whether or not these clones were already made, or if they're already standing by, or if Palpatine just plans to use clones to wipe out that entire star system. Now, with that being said, when we look at The Rise of Skywalker, you can already see how there's going to be a lot of parallels to that of the prequels and the originals. And this, by far, is the biggest parallel to that of Revenge of the Sith, where you have Order 66 in Revenge of the Sith, and now in this movie you have a new Order 66, if you will, that's actually called Order 79. Now, what I like about this as well is that this is, of course, Palpatine really using his expertise here, right? In order to truly just defeat any kind of Force-sensitive individuals that would ever pose as a threat, and to rid any existence of the Jedi, or even those who could maybe even become new Jedi. And it's one of the main reasons as to why Palpatine wanted Kylo Ren and Rey to come before him, is because he wants something from those two characters, right? He wants something from them that's actually going to benefit his own power. So, the Unknown Regions, guys, like I say, very interesting part of the galaxy. It's said to hold a new future of Force-sensitive individuals that are either going to survive or are going to perish, depending on what's going to happen with Palpatine, Rey, and Kylo Ren in Episode 9, and we can already see that he's using super weapons in this film, as seen in the teaser trailer. You know, we got the Annihilators that he's using, that uses Death Star technology. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.